Today I'm going to talk about assertions. Now, assertions are a little bit different because an assertion doesn't match anything at all by itself. It's simply providing a rule set or a guideline forcing a certain behavior with the regular expression. So, the simplest example I've already actually covered in the previous lesson, and that's the begin and end anchor to mark the beginning and ending of a line. So you do regex hero, and then you put a begin anchor, which is the caret, and a $, which is the end anchor. And you'll notice that if I type anything at all before or after the target string, then it suddenly doesn't match. That's because those anchors are only going to match if the anchor is satisfied, if the assertion is satisfied. So I want to go through. So those are probably the most commonly used assertions right there. Very useful in a lot of cases. But I want to go over a few others. And as usual, you can check out all these yourself in the regex reference. Go to assertions. They're all listed right here. There's the beginning and end anchor like we just went over. The other one that's very commonly used is the word boundary, which is also powerful. So let's try that out. /B is the word boundary. What that's looking for is a boundary between a word character and a non-word character. So a word character would be anything you see here. I mean, any letter, A through Z or 0 through 9 actually. Those are all word characters. A non-word character would be like punctuation, so like comma or a space or anything like that. So let's give that a shot. Regex hero and more. Alright. So regex hero is matched. If I try to do like regex heroes, then it's not matched. It's because that word boundary is only satisfied when a non-word character follows. So the boundary is right there. I can even select it, but it's right in between those two characters right there. So that's that. That's the word boundary. There's a few more I want to go over. You can check out some of these others yourself. I'm not going to go over all of these, but I want to touch on the look aheads and look behinds in here because they're very cool as well, very powerful. So let's demonstrate that. How about regex hero is awesome? All right. We want to match regex hero. And let's say we only want to match regex hero if it is awesome. Alright. So we want to use a positive look ahead right there. And let's do .star, so just match anything 0 or more times. And then we want to match awesome. Okay, so regex hero is highlighted the way you see it right now. If I get rid of awesome, then it's not. So it's only going to match regex hero if this assertion is satisfied. So awesome must appear somewhere after regex hero. That's what it's instructing it to do. Let's see, so how about just the opposite? A negative look ahead is going to be exactly the opposite of that. So it's going to it's not going to match if awesome appears somewhere after regx0. So if say if regx0 was cool instead of awesome, then it matches all of a sudden. But if it is awesome, then it's not going to match. Okay, and the last two are so they're look behinds rather than look aheads, and they work, similarly to the look ahead, except that with the look behind, it's looking to the left instead of to the right. So let's do a look behind. How about we put regx0 in here, and then we put awesome outside of it. Yeah. So that's only going to match awesome if regx0 appears here in the target string. So let's get rid of it. Now it doesn't match awesome anymore. And of course, you can also turn that into a negative. The negative look behind is right there. So regx hero. There. So it's not going to match if regx0 is in there. And that pretty much sums it up. Like I said, you can check out the rest here in the reference, but that's the extent that I'm going to cover today for assertions, and I hope it's been helpful. Thank you.